back to the daily grind. Make sure to thumbs up and subscribe, because you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Valentina Shevchenko is still not buying Amanda Nunes' excuse for pulling out of UFC 213. She's pretty much, she's not using the word liar, but this article does say Valentina calls Nunes a straight up liar. But that's a little too clickbaity for me, so I'm not going to use that title. But she is saying she doesn't believe her, so essentially she's calling her a liar, right? But this is what Valentina Shevchenko had to say. Do I believe Nunes' reasoning for canceling the fight? No. I don't believe in this history about sinusitis. All these things, I don't believe this. The real reason why she pulled out, I think, is because she cut too much weight in 24 hours, and she was feeling too weak. This is the real reason. But despite Amanda Nunes pulling out of the fight at the last minute, Shevchenko says she's not angry with Amanda. I'm not angry with her because she is my opponent and I have to pass through her and nothing more. And this feeling of anger is just not good for the fight. I know exactly what I have to do in the fight, and to make these things happen, I have to keep my mind cold. I never met with my opponents because for me, she is my opponent. It's like just one obstacle in my way before my goal to win the title. How can I be mad? No, I cannot be mad because I focus on my fight. And for the fight, I have to mind my very, very cold. And for the fight, I have to have my mind very, very cold to make the right decisions. Woo. I'm telling you, I fuck with Valentina Shevchenko. She is one of my favorite female bantamweights on the planet. Shit, she's one of my favorite bantamweights on the planet, male or female. Out of the 135-pound men's division, I only got like 4 or 5. I got so many favorite fighters. I got like 4 or 5 favorite fighters that are over there. But damn, Amanda Nunes, Valentina Shevchenko, Miesha Tate, my girl, fuck you talking about, even though she ain't a fighter no more. But man, Valentina Shevchenko and Amanda Nunes are just 2 of my favorite bantamweights on the fucking planet, men or women. So I do like what Valentina is saying here. Although I believe Amanda Nunes. I don't think Amanda Nunes was lying, but that doesn't mean I'm fucking gonna take a stance against Valentina because she believes shit. That's her opponent. Her opponent pulled out last minute, so she fucking feels like her opponent didn't want no smoke that night. There ain't no problem with that. All fine by me. Fucking go Valentina. Shit. I'm picking Amanda Nunes to win this fight. I do believe Amanda Nunes' history of sinusitis. As a matter of fact, if you remember a while ago, we had a commenter named 58 Wilkies that pointed out the proof to us that Amanda Nunes had a history of sinusitis before her Ronda Rousey fight. She's talked about how the climate change affects her sinusitis before the Valentina Shevchenko pull out. So she actually does have a real documented history of sinusitis that is 100% factual that you can look up. And as a matter of fact, I'll link my video that we did on the subject. Remember, I did a video, it was called Proof Amanda Nunes Has a History of Sinusitis. It was a community request, and I'm going to link that in the card. So if you're not on mobile, you should be able to click that exclamation mark, and you can watch that video of the proof if you want. So now, Valentina Shevchenko clearly hasn't looked it up. She doesn't care. She doesn't care if she has a history about it, but she doesn't believe her. And she's saying she doesn't believe her. I know there's a lot of people in the comments that don't believe it, but like I said, man, it's a lot easier for you in the comments, since you're not training for a fucking title fight, to just go look up the proof if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the fight's in a matter of days, dog. It's the 6th. What is that, Wednesday? So the fight's in fucking 3 or 4 days, 5 days and shit. So I can't fucking wait, man. Demetrius Johnson versus Ray Borg. I'm looking forward to Amanda Nunes versus Valentina Shevchenko more than that fight, honestly. As there's a lot of good cards on that, good fights on that card. You got Neil Magny versus Rafael Dos Anjos, Jeremy Stevens versus Gilbert Melendez, and then there's another fight that hardcore fans are gonna enjoy too. So with that being said, man, Valentina's not buying it. She's not buying sinusitis. She's not buying the stuff he knows. She said that she just needed to motherfucking get her weight in order. But one last thing I also will say is, even though I picked Valentina losing this fight, I do think Valentina will be a champion at 125 pounds. That division just opened up. I believe Amanda Nunes can't make 125, but she is the queen of 135. Now, I think Valentina is so good, so skilled, she's almost able to beat Amanda Nunes. I don't know. She actually kind of got whooped in the first fight for the first 2 rounds, but still, at 10 pounds lower, man, I think Valentina could be a dominant champion at 125. but she will always have that strike against her, like Demetrius Johnson. Like, you tried to fight 10 pounds up and you lost to the best. So you won't be the pound for pound champion, but you can still be a dominant champion at your weight class, which is why they need to go ahead and bump Demetrius down off the pound for pound #1 rankings, honestly, man. Until he proves himself against 135 pounder, I don't know how they got him on the pound for pound top, for real. Because not only did he lose to a 135 pounder, he also motherfucking avoided a 135 pounder coming down to 125 pounds, TJ Dillashaw. So with that being said, man, that's not pound for pound shit. Not in my opinion. So with that being said, it is what it is, man. Let the haters know what the fuck you talking about in the comments, dude. What is a skeleton's favorite instrument? A trombone.